It's Lamana Gonzalez. I'm an instructor at Thomas Oakins FOP. Um, I am a web design and development student here at Full Sail. However, I like the development side more than the design side. Not because I'm not good at design, but I started off in design, but then I learned programming and I fell in love with that instead. So it's a little interesting story about me. So I chose the topic for to discuss in this project: speed, velocity, and acceleration, how it relates to web development. So I'm creating these little demos here based on the scripting language JavaScript. Well, I use jQuery, the library for JavaScript, to compile this. So it has like a better user interface look. Anyways, so the speed, velocity, and acceleration. We use those terms simultaneously in our vocabulary, and we don't even realize it. When we're just talking about like a car, how fast a car is going, or like we saw something fly up in the air or shoot up in the air, and we say speed, velocity, or acceleration. But you know, in physics, all three of those terms mean something different. So to just jump right into it, speed is a scalar quantity. And what a scalar quantity is when you're essentially calculating the how fast an object is going and like how far distance it traveled. It's not, and that's about it. There's no direction. You don't know where it's going. You're just calculating the speed of something, how fast it's going. So just hit right here just to see, and it shoots across the screen, kind of deal. And then with velocity, velocity is pretty similar to speed, but it's not. Only because the formula for velocity, not the average of velocity, but just the formula for to find velocity is similar to the speed formula. But the difference between the two is that velocity is a vector quantity, and that means you're calculating not only how fast an object is moving, but in what direction that object is moving. So it's just not, not just the speed of it, but okay, how fast it's going to the right, to the left, north, east, west, if we're really going to talk about direction. So I just did this little thing right here. And usually when you toss something up, right, doesn't go that fast. So you could see velocity going up here. In the real world, though, it would drop back down, but it's just like a little example here. Trying to calculate something probably going up, the velocity of something going up in direction north, if you will. And last but not least is acceleration. So acceleration essentially is a change in velocity. So bringing back velocity, you're calculating the direction, how fast an object is going. So acceleration is, okay, velocity, when the velocity had a certain point, it changed, and it changed its position, or it changed its speed, whether it's going fast or slow, or, changed direction, or both things happen, right? So just to show this example, so that's this object moving across, the box moving across, but then if I hit again, it drops straight down. So in a real world example, if you like, for example, a baseball player tossing or throwing or hitting, a pitcher throwing a baseball, and it shoots across. However, either there's what if the batter misses the ball hitting the ball, so either the umpire gets it or the ball goes past the umpire, but it changes the direction somehow, and then that affects the velocity of that ball, like the direction of that ball. And so how all of this relates to ties back into web development is that I think animation based, it's important, especially when we're creating, when we're programming different input fields, or the look and feel of a web page and how it's going to function. I think it's very important to understand how in creating natural movement when someone clicks something, or like a slideshow. So I think it all ties into tying into this topic right here: speed, velocity, and acceleration. Because if someone clicks and it goes too fast and they don't see what happened, then they miss the information. So you're only losing people on your site. So I think it's important to understand how things work, and as well as it ties into how we respond to a web page, right? So if it's not appealing to us, or if it's not natural to us, usually we're out of here. We'll go to a web page that will tailor more to a user feeling comfortable. So this is my video, and I hope I did a good job in it. Thank you.